What if everything you thought you knew about the true descendants of the children of Israel was wrong? What if their identity had been hidden for centuries, scattered across continents, and shrouded in mystery? The story of the Black Hebrew Israelites challenges the very fabric of what we believe about history, faith, and identity. For centuries, the African diaspora has searched for its roots. But what if the true children of Israel are not who we've been led to believe? Why is it that the Black Hebrew Israelite movement has risen in such prominence, defying traditional religious boundaries? How did this movement, born from oppression, come to reveal a truth that has been concealed for so long? In this video, we will delve into the powerful journey of the Black Hebrew Israelites, a tale of survival, identity, and prophecy. We'll uncover ancient scriptures that may hold the key to understanding their true heritage, and examine how they have crossed continents in their quest for spiritual and cultural liberation. This is more than just a story of faith. It is a journey of reclaiming what was stolen and discovering the hidden truths buried deep within history. As we explore the history of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, you will come to see that the quest for identity is not just about religion. It's about the very essence of belonging and the power of ancestral truths. The scriptures, such as Deuteronomy 28-68 and Joel 3:6, have been interpreted in ways that shine a light on a history many have overlooked. This journey is more than just a search for the past. It's a powerful statement of faith and resilience that continues to shape lives today. What if the Black Hebrew Israelites' story changes everything you thought you knew? Stay with us as we peel back the layers of this fascinating and often controversial history. By the end of this video, you will have a deeper understanding of the spiritual, historical, and cultural forces that have shaped this remarkable movement. Comment below and share your thoughts. How do you think this hidden identity impacts the world today? The Black Hebrew Israelite movement has a history rooted deeply in the search for identity, justice, and truth. But how did this movement begin, and what inspired its creation? Was it simply a response to the oppression African Americans faced, or was there something deeper at play, something spiritual, something ancient? The seeds of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement were sown in the aftermath of the Civil War, a time when African Americans were struggling to assert their humanity and reclaim their heritage after centuries of slavery and oppression. As they sought to build their own communities and establish their rightful place in the world, many turned to religion, particularly Christianity, as a source of strength. But the Christianity they encountered in America was often tied to the very system that enslaved them, teaching a version of faith that, at times, justified their suffering. It was in this climate of racial and religious tension that figures like Frank Cherry and William Saunders Crowdy emerged. These men received divine revelations, visions that would set the foundation for the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. Frank Cherry, a former slave, claimed to have received a divine vision in the late 1800s, during which he was told that African Americans were the true descendants of the Israelites. His teachings, later embraced by others, began to take root in various communities. Similarly, William Saunders Crowdy, another prominent figure in the movement, founded the Church of God and Saints of Christ in the early 20th century, teaching that African Americans were the descendants of the biblical Israelites. This message resonated deeply with African Americans in the wake of slavery and racial oppression. The idea that they were the true children of Israel gave them a new sense of identity, dignity, and purpose. It was a powerful antidote to the feeling of being lost, forgotten, and abandoned by society. No longer were they seen as mere victims of history. They were children of prophecy, destined for greatness. This movement wasn't just about religious belief, it was about reclaiming what had been taken from them. The Black Hebrew Israelites rejected the narrative that they were inferior or subhuman, a narrative perpetuated by both slavery and mainstream Christian doctrine. Instead, they embraced a new identity, one that connected them to an ancient and noble lineage, tied to the promises of the Bible and the struggles of the Israelites in the Old Testament. The theological foundation of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement rests heavily on biblical prophecy and scripture. Key passages from the Bible, particularly from the Old Testament, are cited as evidence of their true heritage. Deuteronomy 28:68 is often referenced as a direct prophecy of the African diaspora. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. This verse is seen as a prophecy describing the forced transportation of Africans to the Americas via the transatlantic slave trade. For Black Hebrew Israelites, these scriptures confirm their identity as the true descendants of the ancient Israelites, exiled from their homeland due to sin and disobedience, only to be scattered across the earth. The Exodus story, in which the Israelites are led out of Egypt by Moses, is seen as a powerful allegory for their own struggles and the longing for freedom and redemption. But how do these theological claims stack up against traditional Jewish and Christian interpretations of the Bible? While mainstream Jews and Christians may not recognize the Black Hebrew Israelites' claim to Israelite descent, the movement itself continues to grow, attracting followers around the world. The Black Hebrew Israelites view the Bible not just as a religious text, but as a living document that speaks directly to their experience. This leads us to a fascinating intersection of faith and identity. For the Black Hebrew Israelites, the Bible is not just an ancient book. It is a guidebook for the present, a blueprint for a spiritual and cultural awakening. Their practices, keeping the Sabbath, observing Passover, and following kosher dietary laws, are rooted in the traditions of ancient Israel, but they are also expressions of resistance, resilience, and empowerment. In a world where African Americans have long been marginalized, the Black Hebrew Israelite movement offers a powerful means of self-definition and spiritual renewal. One of the key lessons that emerges from this movement is the importance of reclaiming one's identity. The search for identity is a universal human experience, but for African Americans, it has been particularly fraught due to the centuries of enslavement and systemic racism they have faced. The Black Hebrew Israelites' story is a testament to the power of faith, culture, and history in shaping identity. It teaches us that understanding who we are, our past, our heritage, and our spiritual lineage can empower us to shape our future. But the journey doesn't end there. The story of the Black Hebrew Israelites is not just a historical narrative, it's a living, breathing movement that continues to evolve and grow. As we move forward, let's explore how this movement has spread across the globe, from the United States to Israel, Africa, and beyond. How has the Black Hebrew Israelite community adapted to the challenges of migration, exile, and persecution? What role do these communities play in today's world? The Black Hebrew Israelite movement is not just a relic of the past. It is a force for change in the present and future. From the ancient lands of Israel to the modern-day streets of Harlem, from Africa to Israel, the story of the Black Hebrew Israelites is one of faith, identity, and resilience. It is a story that continues to unfold, challenging us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about race, religion, and heritage. As we continue our exploration, we will see how this movement has transcended borders, shaping lives and communities across the globe. The Black Hebrew Israelites are not just looking to the past for answers, they are creating a future that honors their ancestors and embraces their divine heritage. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into the migration of the Black Hebrew Israelites, focusing on their journey across continents, from Africa to the Americas, and how they've established communities in Israel. As the Black Hebrew Israelite movement gained momentum in the United States, its reach expanded far beyond the borders of America. From the lands of Africa to the streets of Harlem, from ancient Israel to modern-day Israel, this movement has spread across the globe, establishing its presence in various corners of the world. How did this community manage to migrate, and what challenges did they face in establishing themselves in different countries? One of the most notable journeys was that of the Ethiopian Jewish community, known as Beta Israel, who have long been seen as one of the original Black Hebrew communities. The story of Beta Israel's migration to Israel is a powerful testament to the resilience and faith of the Black Hebrew Israelites. For centuries, the Ethiopian Jews faced persecution and marginalization, both in their homeland and within the Jewish community. They were often excluded from the larger Jewish community despite their strong connections to the ancient traditions of Israel. Yet, their belief in their divine heritage never wavered. In the late 20th century, a series of remarkable events unfolded that brought thousands of Ethiopian Jews to Israel. Through Operation Moses in 1984 and later Operation Solomon in 1991, thousands of Ethiopian Jews were airlifted to Israel, where they would finally be able to live in the land of their ancestors. This migration, which was not without its hardships, symbolized a powerful return to their roots, their connection to the ancient Israelites, and their unwavering faith in their identity. The migration of the Black Hebrew Israelites, however, was not just confined to Ethiopia. Other communities, particularly those in the United States, began making their way to Israel in the latter half of the 20th century. Cities like Dimona in Israel became home to many Black Hebrew Israelites who sought to reconnect with their biblical heritage. Despite facing skepticism and challenges regarding their legitimacy as Jews, the communities in Dimona have continued to thrive, establishing schools, businesses, and a sense of community that is deeply rooted in both faith and identity. In Dimona, the Black Hebrew Israelites practice their own unique version of Judaism, which incorporates elements of African heritage and traditional Hebrew customs. They keep the Sabbath, observe the Passover, and follow kosher dietary laws, all while staying true to their belief that they are the true descendants of the Israelites. While they have faced significant challenges in being officially recognized as Jews by the Israeli government, their perseverance and dedication to their faith have allowed them to build a strong and vibrant community in Israel. This migration and establishment of Black Hebrew Israelite communities worldwide is a reminder of the power of identity and belief. These communities did not just seek a place to live, they sought a place to belong. The journey they undertook was not just a physical one, but a spiritual and emotional pilgrimage to reconnect with their roots, to claim their rightful place in history, and to continue the story of the Israelites as their own. Their movement is a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the strength of faith, and the unshakable desire to live authentically. As we explore the role of Black Hebrew Israelites in the modern world, it is important to recognize that their movement is not confined to the past. It is alive and thriving, shaping culture, religion, and society in ways that are often overlooked or misunderstood. Today, Black Hebrew Israelites are playing an increasingly influential role in various aspects of society, particularly in the realms of music, sports, and culture. Figures like rapper Kendrick Lamar and reggae legend Bob Marley have embraced elements of the Black Hebrew Israelite identity, bringing it into the mainstream consciousness. Their work has helped to elevate the movement, spreading its message of identity, faith, and empowerment to a wider audience. In the United States, Black Hebrew Israelites continue to play an important role in the African American community, offering a powerful alternative to mainstream religious and cultural norms. Their message resonates with many who are seeking to reconnect with their African roots and assert their dignity in a world that has historically marginalized them. The Black Hebrew Israelite movement provides a space for individuals to explore their identity and spirituality, while also providing a sense of belonging and community. In Israel, the Black Hebrew Israelite community continues to grow and thrive despite the challenges they face. They are not just trying to survive, they are actively shaping their future, building a new world where they can live in accordance with their faith and heritage. They are striving to create a world where they can honor their ancestors, live out their divine purpose, and contribute to the broader society in meaningful ways. One of the key lessons we can draw from the Black Hebrew Israelite experience is the importance of community and identity. These communities have faced adversity, but they have never given up on their faith or their belief in who they are. They have shown us that no matter the obstacles we face, we can always find strength in our heritage and our identity. By embracing our past, we can build a brighter future, one that is rooted in the values of faith, resilience, and hope. The journey of the Black Hebrew Israelites is not just a story of a group of people searching for their identity. It is a universal story of the human experience. It is a story of loss and reclamation, of struggle and triumph, of faith and perseverance. And as we look to the future, we must ask ourselves, what does this movement teach us about our own journey? How can we reclaim our own identity and build communities that are rooted in faith, love, and resilience? In the next section, we will explore the controversies and criticisms that have surrounded the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. While many Black Hebrew Israelites embrace peace and community, some factions have sparked controversy, leading to debates about their beliefs and actions. How can we understand and address these challenges while continuing to honor the message of faith and identity that the movement represents? While the Black Hebrew Israelite movement has inspired many with its message of empowerment, identity, and faith, it has also sparked significant controversy. Some factions within the movement have been criticized for promoting extremist views, including anti-Semitic rhetoric and hostility towards other communities. These elements have led to deep divisions, not only within the movement itself, but also between Black Hebrew Israelites and the wider public. How should we approach these controversial elements while still honoring the movement's core message of spiritual awakening and cultural pride? One of the key controversies surrounding the Black Hebrew Israelite movement is the notion that some groups within it promote a belief in their exclusive identity as the true Israelites, sometimes to the point of excluding others. Some factions have been known to claim that traditional Jews, particularly Ashkenazi Jews, are imposters or descendants of converts who do not possess the true bloodline of Israel. This has led to tensions with mainstream Jewish communities who reject these claims as both divisive and historically inaccurate. This type of rhetoric has been particularly prominent in some of the more radical factions of the movement, where inflammatory language and a sense of superiority are used to bolster their beliefs. These views have sometimes led to violence, most notably in incidents like the 2019 shooting at a kosher market in Jersey City, where two individuals associated with Black Hebrew Israelite beliefs opened fire, tragically killing several people. This event shocked the nation and led to widespread condemnation, further exacerbating the movement's controversial reputation. But is it fair to judge the entire Black Hebrew Israelite community based on the actions of a few extremists? While these actions are certainly reprehensible, they do not represent the beliefs or practices of the broader movement, which continues to emphasize peace, love, and spiritual awakening. Many Black Hebrew Israelites reject the violent and divisive elements that have tainted their movement, stressing that their faith is about reclaiming their true identity as descendants of the biblical Israelites, not about attacking or denigrating others. It is important to understand that the Black Hebrew Israelite movement is not monolithic. It is a diverse and complex tapestry of beliefs, with some groups focusing more on cultural reclamation, while others emphasize religious teachings. The mainstream Black Hebrew Israelite communities, particularly those that have established themselves in Israel, have worked hard to distance themselves from the radical factions, focusing instead on building positive relationships with the broader Jewish community and contributing to the cultural fabric of Israel. In Dimona, for example, Black Hebrew Israelites live peaceful lives, working in the community, raising families, and striving to live in accordance with their faith and heritage. However, the challenge of addressing extremist elements within any movement is never easy. It requires a careful balancing act of acknowledging the pain and frustration that has led some to adopt radical views, while also promoting the positive aspects of the movement, such as its emphasis on cultural pride, spiritual growth, and the pursuit of justice. We must also recognize that the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, like any other religious or cultural movement, is shaped by the social and political environment in which it exists. In a world where racial tensions, inequality, and identity struggles continue to persist, it is not surprising that some may turn to more extreme measures in their quest for empowerment. The question then becomes, how do we address the extremism within the movement without losing sight of its larger message? The answer lies in promoting dialogue, understanding, and empathy. We must be willing to listen to the concerns of Black Hebrew Israelites, understand their struggles, and acknowledge the pain that has led to the rise of these radical beliefs. At the same time, we must hold individuals accountable for their actions and ensure that the movement does not become a breeding ground for hate or violence. Ultimately, the Black Hebrew Israelite movement offers a powerful message of faith, empowerment, and cultural reclamation. It is a movement rooted in the search for identity, the desire for justice, and the need for spiritual awakening. While it has undoubtedly faced its fair share of controversies and criticisms, we cannot ignore the broader lessons it teaches us about the power of belief, community, and resilience. We must strive to engage with the movement in a way that promotes healing and understanding, recognizing that even in the face of controversy, there is much to be learned from the experiences and perspectives of those who have long been marginalized and oppressed. As we continue to explore the journey of the Black Hebrew Israelites, we must remember that their story is not just one of conflict or division. It is also a story of hope, faith, and the unshakable belief that identity can be reclaimed and that the future can be shaped by the lessons of the past. Let us embrace the opportunity to learn from the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, to understand its complexities, and to find ways to support its positive evolution in a world that desperately needs healing and unity. As we come to the end of this journey through the history, faith, and struggles of the Black Hebrew Israelites, it's impossible to ignore the profound impact this movement has had on individuals and communities worldwide. This story, like so many others, is about reclaiming what was lost, understanding one's identity, and above all, finding a sense of belonging and purpose. For centuries, these communities have lived in the shadows, their voices unheard, their true heritage hidden. But today, we witness a powerful resurgence of this faith, with more and more people embracing the truth they have long believed to be their birthright. What does it mean to be part of a lineage so vast and ancient? What does it mean to be able to look back into the distant past and see a direct connection to the promises made to the children of Israel? These are not questions of mere religion or tradition. They are questions of identity, of who we are in the deepest part of our souls. And for those who embrace the Black Hebrew Israelite identity, the answer is transformative. Throughout history, Black communities have faced unimaginable trials. From slavery to systemic racism, they have been subjected to the most inhumane conditions. Yet despite it all, they have persevered. The Black Hebrew Israelites movement stands as a testament to that resilience, rising from the ashes of oppression to stand tall and proud, embracing their divine heritage. The strength they have shown, the courage they continue to embody, speaks volumes about the power of faith and the unbreakable spirit of a people determined to honor their true identity. But beyond the history and theology, there's a deeper message that this movement conveys, a message that transcends time and borders, touching hearts and souls everywhere. The Black Hebrew Israelite story is ultimately a story of spiritual awakening. It is a journey that brings people back to their roots, not just in a physical sense, but in a spiritual one. It is about reconnecting with something greater than oneself, reconnecting with God, with community, and with a higher purpose. This journey, however, has not been without its struggles. There have been divisions, misunderstandings, and even conflicts. Yet through it all, the faith remains unwavering. In our world today, where division and conflict seem to dominate, the Black Hebrew Israelite movement is a reminder that we must never lose sight of the power of identity, faith, and unity. The struggles they've faced are our struggles too, struggles for justice, for dignity, and for the right to exist as we truly are. And as we reflect on the lessons they've taught us, we are reminded of the profound truth that we are all, in our own ways, searching for a place to belong, a place where we can be seen and valued for who we truly are. If this video has touched something deep within your soul, if it has opened your eyes to a new perspective, or if it has simply given you a sense of peace amidst the chaos of the world, I invite you to show your support. Your presence here, your engagement, means the world. Every like, every comment, and every share helps spread the light of this powerful story. And if you feel called to support in any way, your energy, no matter how small, is invaluable. It fuels the creation of more videos, more stories, and more teachings that can touch hearts and change lives. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to share this journey with you. The Black Hebrew Israelites have given us a story of hope, faith, and redemption, and I am honored to be able to pass it on. If you found value in this video, if it has inspired or uplifted you in any way, please consider showing your support so that I can continue bringing you more content that touches the heart, the spirit, and the soul. Together, let's spread light in a world that so desperately needs it. The journey of the Black Hebrew Israelites is far from over, and their story continues to unfold in powerful and transformative ways. Let us honor their resilience, their faith, and their unwavering commitment to their identity. And let us remember that no matter where we come from or what we believe, we all share in this universal quest for truth, belonging, and connection. As you reflect on this video, I encourage you to engage in the conversation. Share your thoughts, share your story, and join us in continuing to explore these profound truths. Thank you, from the depths of my heart, for being part of this community and for being open to the light and wisdom that we all seek.